When replacing a circuit breaker, several factors must be considered to ensure the new breaker meets the required safety and performance standards. Referencing the National Electrical Code, specifically Article 408 concerning switches and Article 230 regarding services, is essential. These articles outline the general requirements for electrical installations and components. Additionally, Underwriters Laboratory Standards, particularly UL 489 for molded case circuit breakers and UL 1077 for panel boards, provide specific testing and performance criteria that circuit breakers must meet to be listed and approved for use. Always consult the manufacturer's instructions for the specific circuit breaker being installed. In this case, the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 circuit breaker installation guide is necessary. According to the National Electrical Code, replacement circuit breakers must meet several key criteria. Firstly, the voltage rating must be equal to or greater than the original breaker. This ensures the breaker can handle the system's voltage without risk of failure. Secondly, the ampacity rating, which is the amount of current the breaker can carry continuously without tripping, must be equal to or greater than the original breaker. This is critical to prevent nuisance tripping or, more dangerously, the breaker failing to trip under overload conditions. Thirdly, the interrupting rating, which is the maximum fault current the breaker can safely interrupt, must also be equal to or greater than the original breaker. This is perhaps the most critical specification, as a breaker with an insufficient interrupting rating can explode or fail catastrophically under a high fault condition. Finally, the trip curve type, such as thermal magnetic, must be compatible with the original breaker to ensure it responds appropriately to overloads and short circuits. The Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 circuit breaker is a 2-pole, 100 amp molded case circuit breaker with a thermal magnetic trip curve. It is designed for use in residential and commercial panel boards. It has a voltage rating of 120/240 volts alternating current and an interrupting rating of 10,000 amps. These specifications make it suitable for many common applications. To determine if the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 circuit breaker is an acceptable replacement, compare its specifications to those of the original Crouse Hinds breaker. Firstly, the voltage rating of the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 is 120/240 volts alternating current, which matches the voltage rating of the original Crouse Hinds breaker. This means it is suitable for use in the same electrical system. Secondly, the ampacity rating of the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 is 100 amps, which is the same as the original Crouse Hinds breaker. This ensures it can handle the same amount of continuous current. Thirdly, the interrupting rating of the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 is 10,000 amps, which is higher than the interrupting rating of many older breakers. This provides an additional margin of safety in the event of a high fault condition. Finally, the trip curve type of the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 is thermomagnetic, which is a common trip curve type and likely compatible with the original Crouse Hinds breaker. Based on the information provided and a comparison of specifications, the Murray-Siemens MP-T 100 circuit breaker appears to be an acceptable replacement for the 2-pole, 100 amp Crouse Hinds breaker in the Crouse Hinds meter main. However, it is crucial to emphasize that final approval should always be obtained from the building inspector or other qualified authority. They can assess the specific installation and ensure that all applicable codes and regulations are met. Replacing a circuit breaker involves several important steps to ensure safety and proper operation. Firstly, always turn off the power to the circuit at the main breaker before beginning any work. This prevents the risk of electric shock. Secondly, visually inspect the panel board and the surrounding area for any signs of damage or corrosion. If any damage is found, it should be addressed before proceeding. Thirdly, carefully remove the old circuit breaker from the panel board. This may involve loosening screws or clips. Fourthly, install the new circuit breaker in the panel board, ensuring it is securely connected. Fifthly, turn the power back onto the circuit at the main breaker and test the new circuit breaker to ensure it is functioning properly. This can be done by using a circuit tester or other appropriate testing equipment. Always follow all applicable safety precautions when working with electricity. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to prevent accidents. It's also worth noting that different jurisdictions may have specific requirements or interpretations of the National Electrical Code. Therefore, local amendments or interpretations can affect the acceptability of a replacement circuit breaker. Always consult with local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Furthermore, consider the specific application of the circuit breaker. For example, if the circuit breaker is protecting sensitive electronic equipment, a breaker with a specific trip curve designed for that purpose may be required. This is particularly important in commercial or industrial settings where specialized equipment is common. In addition to the electrical code requirements, it is also important to consider the physical compatibility of the replacement circuit breaker. The breaker must fit properly in the panel board and make good electrical connections. If the breaker is too large or too small, it will not be able to be installed properly. It is also important to ensure that the breaker is properly labeled so that it can be easily identified in the future. When selecting a replacement circuit breaker, it is always a good idea to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer. They can assess the specific application and recommend the best breaker for the job. They can also ensure that the breaker is installed properly and that all applicable codes and regulations are met. In summary, replacing a circuit breaker requires careful consideration of several factors, including the National Electrical Code requirements, the underwriter's laboratory standards, the manufacturer's instructions, and the specific application. By following these guidelines and consulting with qualified professionals, you can ensure that the replacement circuit breaker is safe, reliable, and compliant with all applicable regulations. Remember to prioritize safety at all times when working with electricity.